Hi girls and guys, it's Ladyillyriia here, and today I am joined by GentlemanMaj.
Hello.
And we are playing a visual novel called Sickness. I got it in a visual novel bundle, so hopefully it will be a fun game. Let's find out.
Ooh,
Ooh. So, although Sickness is littered with both comedy and romance, and it illustrates many undesirable scenarios in a light-hearted manner, the game does not contain adult themes.
The game does contain adult themes.
Oh, okay. So if there's anything we have to censor, we will.
Oh my god.
I haven't got that far yet. Some are limited to specific routes, decisions, and can easily be avoided, whereas others are not optional. These themes include, but are not limited to, fapping apparently, violence, murder, sexual references to drug use, incest, or though apparently
easily avoidable.
Yeah, it's called not having sex with your sister. That's how you avoid that.
No Game of Thrones spoilers.
Mental illness, coarse language. Yeah, I mean, we never use bad language.
Shut the fuck up.
No. And other themes of a similar nature.
Please say the C word. Just give me a reason to say it.
No.
I need a reason to say it.
No! If you are uncomfortable with such themes, please consider whether or not you wish to continue. If you choose to proceed, you will not be warned again.
Simply put, instead of bitching in the comments about the fact how upsetting this is, you have now been warned for about 2 minutes not to watch it if this upsets you.
Yeah, so basically, if you're, I don't want to say okay with it, because, because of that bit, but if you're not okay with watching... Oh, I don't know how to
If
word
you're
this.
light-hearted and not easily offended...
If you enjoy Cards Against Humanity...
If you've watched Shale Shot Game or collaborated with him and came out okay...
You're all good.
This is fine
in fact, abort. Game over.
Fuck it, I'm done. I want all the achievements now.
Right,
Spend $9.99 on the fucking game. Can't play it because I'm easily offended. Fuck's sake.
Okay. So, back save, quick save, load, blah, 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 blah.
Ah, sweet, in case we fuck up.
Right. Murder. One of the most heinous crimes a person can commit.
I can think of a few worse.
The act of taking another human being's life, the act of robbing a person of their already limited time on this planet. It is a fear-inducing crime, which anybody can commit. There you go, look, it's giving you permission. Anyone can do it. Every housewife...
Ah, I swear!
You had an accident. Every housewife, every student, every police officer is a potential killer. You hear that? I'm going to be a housewife next year. Well, I'll be a wife.
I'll be a wife, shit.
It's a crime that doesn't discriminate by blood or circumstance. It is a crime which can be committed by and make victims of just about anyone. Okay. Everybody remains both a potential killer and victim, blissfully ignorant of the fact that they could be next. That's nice. Should we go lock the front door? Assuring themselves that it could never happen to them. Oh, he died. First he died, now he did.
Now he did.
And so, as a result of that naivety, those very people never see it coming. He's going to take his glasses off. Oh my god. Though this scene before me may seem horrific, in this case, as well as so many others, there will be no great story behind it.
Do you reckon they were offended and then aborted?
Maybe. They left. They played bad end.
There was no build-up, he just walked up and just flopped to the floor. It's like, hey dude!
There was no build-up, no resentment between the victim and myself, no mutual hatred that gave me a reason to fight.
Oh, you just fucked him up, okay.
I just put,
I don't like your tie!
Die! We didn't spend years at each other's throats. We had never fought before, and neither one of us saw this coming.
Giggity.
In reality, this is a result of a simple, common scenario once we've all heard of before. Penny pinching employer, a bankrupt employee, and a denied paycheck.
Sounds
wow.
like my job.
So he didn't get paid, so you killed your boss. Wow. Truly, there was nothing special about this encounter. My boss didn't taunt me or attempt to escalate the situation. He didn't fire me, insult me, or do anything to tempt fate. If anything, I'm the one who made things worse. Rather than try to reason with him, I lashed out, beating the pompous man in front of me to a bloody pulp.
Is this what happens when you play too much Whack Your Boss?
Oh dear. Weird. Okay. I knew it wouldn't accomplish anything. I knew attacking him wouldn't get me the money I needed, and yet I
Needed to punish him.
Needed to punish him. That's right. As self-righteous as it sounds, I couldn't let him get away with what he did.
Have the funky vines always been there, or they just suddenly come out of
I
nowhere?
think they just suddenly come up from nowhere when the thing punished me came up. It was all.
It was like little
went
like
all,
Smeagol Gollum.
Yeah.
To punish me, master.
Yeah, basically. The money that greedy bastard owed me, a pittance to him,
Precious.
everything to me.
$5 a piece.
It would have fed my sister and I, secured our lease for another month. We're not sleeping with our sister. Perhaps even granted us a brief respite from the hell we currently live in. It was a shining beacon in our otherwise miserable lives. A way to ensure our survival during such a trying, stressful time.
Feeling bad, bit bored at work, fuck your boss up, stab him in the eye with a pen.
How did he kill him? I mean, he has blood here, I guess, and a little bit there. I do
Smack his head off the wall.
Ow, my bad wrist. I forgot. Oh. But because of that narcissist whim, all hope I had of repairing my broken life vanished. He would deny my shelter, food, comfort, and for what? New seats for his car, a fancy watch, a new TV. I'm going into my winter voice from Dysfunctional Systems.
I was gonna say. Oh, and so staring this injustice.
And so, staring this injustice in the face.
Giggity.
What was that, a cat?
No, Alec can't tell him to go to the cat.
Oh. Hearing firsthand how little my life meant to him, I snapped, and then I snapped his neck. Of course, as fitting as it may seem to reciprocate his indifference into my life by taking his, doing so was never my intention.
Hey Joe, how's it going? Shut up!
Shut up, nurse! True, I wanted to kill him. I wanted to make him suffer for belittling my life, for denying me even a moment of peace. But I realised then, as I clearly see now, that lashing out wouldn't solve anything. But hang on, you did it.
Late for that.
So why did I do it? Why would I resort to this? Why would I deliberately choose this no-win situation? We're going back a week or something, and then this is what
God, could
happened.
you imagine? What really made me lead to kill him?
Yeah.
Well, this knobhead was a little drunk doing a live stream and clicked the wrong button by mistake.
If I were to commit a criminal act, why resort to violence rather than theft? Yes, let's go steal instead of murder. If this was truly about my wages, why seek revenge rather than alternate means of compensation? Unfortunately, there's only one answer I can give in which I am confident. Oh. Lasagna man.
Oh look, the vine's getting bigger now.
Oh. It isn't the first exclamation that comes to mind, but it does make sense. A few hours ago, I would have laughed at this cliche of criminal blaming the voices in their head. Even
More so?
More so. Oh, why is it? I got confused because there's no space.
Even more so.
Even more so at the notion that a person would act on the silent words of an unseen entity. However, as evidenced by the corpse at my feet, those words aren't so easily to ignore. As I attempted to survive in this two-class society, willfully believing that I was somehow immune to the corruption and classism plaguing this town, there was always a voice whispering to me, telling me not to believe the good fortune around me. Don't tickle me.
Believe the good fortune around you. Voice in your head here.
A voice filled with skepticism and doubt, preempting
good fortune.
preempting the inevitable, telling me to take action before it was too late. But I didn't.
Bet you didn't listen.
That was my first mistake.
Damn right.
I ignored the
Stop ignoring me!
the benevolent advice offered to me, the predictions now shown to be accurate, the good faith I received from someone asking for nothing in return.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
When it told me to stay in school, kids stay in school. When it
I'm actually kill your boss.
Yeah, this is what happens when you don't stay in school. You go around murdering people.
Not people, just the boss.
Just the boss. When it was told, I can't even get my sentence now. When it told me to stay in school and live with a guardian, when it told me to seek work elsewhere, when it told me to look for a home somewhere safer, I didn't listen. Every step of the way I fought against the sound, logical advice it offered. If anything, Did you wiggle?
Yeah, it was itching my head too much.
Oh. You're going to get used to it for Comic-Con. Every step of the way I fought against the sound. Logical advice is offered. If anything, I made a point of doing the opposite of what the voice told me to do. Ah, he's been playing Stanley Parable. That's what that is. Or at least... I thought you were going to say that bit.
No, you've been saying it.
I know, but because you were repeating it.
Yeah, I'll repeat it. I want to say it first.
Yeah, well, you can say it first. You can be the voice in my head. And now that was my second mistake.
And now that was my second mistake.
Shut up.
Shut up.
It wasn't that I refused to heed the voice's advice. I simply wasn't interested in taking the safe, responsible route. So by the time that violence had become the advice course of action,
You done goofed.
my path had already been determined.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. All you're going to see is like my shoulder blade. It's like, hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah, I have
GentlemanMaj here, aka shoulder.
Chapter 1, A New Life.
Down with the sickness.
Monday evening, September 5th.
You're totally going to get a bloke.
I'm pretty much sure my character's a bloke anyway. Less than half an hour ago, in this very room, I committed a serious crime.
When you're actually in this, zoom into this. What the fuck is that? That guy, like, masturbating. It's even got a censored bar there.
Oh my god, it has actually... What the actual fuck is... Okay, this little bit here, so we're going to point to the screen.
Like, big arrow pointing down. This guy's jerking off.
Right, okay. A very violent crime.
Yeah, I can see
Kind
that.
of crime for which people go to prison without any hope of ever leaving.
Indecency in public.
I lost control of myself, attacked my boss, and without a doubt ended my short time working in this.
Hey Kevin, is that a masturbation picture on the board? Tell no one!
The fact that I might get fired because I killed my boss, just maybe. I acted on impulse, and as I stared into the face of injustice that threatened to take away my home, allowing myself to do the only thing I could to avoid feeling powerless, I murdered the bastard.
Did you try not using the bind cycle on the boss? Identify the problem, you want to kill your boss. Define the problem, murder. Find a solution, don't kill him. Pick a vendor, offer him money in exchange.
Hire a hitman.
Hitman do it for you. Don't lose your job, and you keep money.
Yay. But as the adrenaline wore off and the tension cooled, I soon realised...
It's May.
Oh, they need to change their calendar.
It's May here.
I know, but it's September.
Oh, fuck. Wow, that's awkward.
Yeah, it is actually May here, but it's September as well. The clock's not moving.
Is that
very
tree
much
flipping you off? It looks like it's doing that.
Oh god. Anyway, I soon realised my mistake. I saw clearly. I can see clearly now. I saw clearly the fresh corpse at my feet, the stained carpet beneath it, and the bloody hands responsible for everything before me.
Just don't touch yourself during. That could be a real awkward conversation. What happened? She was out on that period.
And so I stared at my own handiwork, accepted the gravity of the situation before me, and took immediate steps towards regaining control once more.
Do you want me to be Marcus?
You know what? Yeah?
You know, when you called me here, I figured you needed my help with something not strictly legal, but this? So, my man, you have outdone yourself. You really do have a bright future ahead of you.
Unfortunately, given my dire situation, my options were quite limited.
Suck my nipple and I'll let you go free.
Staring at it I was going to say impotent.
Staring at an impotent prison, the guards actually play poker with the...
Imminent prison sentence.
And the prisoners put the guards in the cells.
I called upon Marcus, a co-worker of mine.
He also does drawings for a limited price.
Hi, Marcus. Contrary to his crappy dye job...
Fuck you! I have style.
And lean figure, Marcus is a man of many...
Fucking lean, I'll tell you that now.
Marcus is a man of many trades. You don't dye your hair over.
I used to.
Several of which aren't entirely legal.
Wait, so you said blue. I need to steal your wig quickly.
You touch my wig, I will deck you. Since the moment I began working here, Marcus has been open about his criminal dealings, more than once hinting that he could help me or vice versa. And now that things have come to this, it's time for him to make good on that promise.
Do you want to hide a body?
Yeah, so it is that today. Do you want to be a question mark as well, I guess? Or is that me?
I think that's you.
Oh. Well, I'll do this for now, and we'll find out if that is me. Oi! Oi!
Wow, that's the most unintimidating bloke ever.
Oi! Oi! Oi!
Alright, scrub!
Let's talk it! Boy, lift!
Oi! Nutter!
Oi! Nutter! You traitor! Oh no, this is someone else.
Oh, that.
Yeah, you want to be him too?
I am here to help you two out, not take care of everything myself. Oh, I am French.
The second Marcus. Oh, the
What?
second.
The second Marcus, also known as question mark, question mark, question mark. Not to confuse the audience here, we got Marcus and we got Marcus.
No, it's a different kind of second. The second, as in the time second.
God
The
damn
second
English.
Marcus saw our boss in the current state. He understood the situation. Without asking a single question, he promised to help me out of my predicament. Thereafter, calling the man who I've never met before. You are a man I have never met before.
Oh.
You are French. And surely enough, upon seeing our boss's corpse, the stranger smiled. Oh, best serial killer smile.
I am a necrophilia, as you English people would say. Oh.
The stranger smiled to himself and
Second
grabbed
Marcus getting laid today.
Mr. Meduse. Was I right with Meduse?
Medusa.
Mr. Meduse's legs, dragging his body into the
Medow?
doorway before requesting assistance.
Don't be like that. Surely a big strong man like you can lift that weedy piece of shit by yourself. And get this poor saf's blood all over me in the process? Either give me a hand or do this yourself.
Marcus and his acquaintance carried my boss's corpse into the stranger's van, which was parked just outside Meduse's office.
Can we call him Kincaid?
No. Thanks to the proximity of my boss's office, nobody heard our scuffle over the
Every day I'm
machinery
scuffling.
used within the warehouse, and Marcus' acquaintance was able to block visibility and access to the office with his vehicle. Even so, despite knowing how fortunate my circumstances were, I couldn't help but feel anxious. I wonder why. Whether these two successfully cover up Meduse's death or not, there's no way this can end well. And it would take it. Oh, and all it would take is one witness or a slip of the tongue, and I could wind up in prison. There'd be lots more slipping there. And even if I do get away with this, what then? Would I be indebted to Marcus forever? Would he ask for something extreme in return for his silence? That when the incest comes in. You'll slip with my sister, we're all okay.
Slip of the tongue.
No matter what scenario I imagined, it doesn't bode well for me.
Phew, that bastard's heavier than he looks. Tell me about his what the fuck? Oh, there we go. Oh. Tell me about his iPhone, my corpse handling days were over.
His corpse handling days?
You do not want to know about it.
This guy sounds like the right person for the job, but just who is he?
My name is Kincaid. Anyway, I'll handle the disposal. You two clean up here, alright? You're the boss, Andre. Just leave the rest to us.
No, Andre.
After all, that'll give us time to talk about repayment.
You're a kinky fuck. And there it is.
Well,
It's not unreasonable, I guess, for Marcus to expect something in return. I called on him knowing full well that I needed to repay the favour. Even so, just thinking about how he'd expect me to repay something like this.
that's you.
Yay! I don't know how to say my name, but yay!
How the fuck did you kill anyone? Look at that face.
What do you have in mind exactly?
Gary these. Oh, nothing big, at least enough for someone like. At least not for someone like you.
And I guess we'll find out the favourite in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of this first episode. So far it's a little bit odd. Okay. If you liked it, please give it a like. Any comments, leave it in the description. Stop copying me, you asshole. And if you enjoy this or anything else, please subscribe. Bye, bye.
Bye bye.